Next, the Selenium standalone server. Perfect. So you should have to install these three right now. I already installed this. Let me show you how they are. So look at that. Yeah, look at this. This is an Eclipse. Okay, you need to install by yourself. And this is an another like IntelliJ. It is also like IDE Eclipse. Okay, JDK. This is the JDK, like Java Development Kit, and Selenium standalone server. I have two standalone servers with me right now. One is for 2.5 53.1. The latest one is 3.2.3. Okay, let us take these out. Okay, let's see whether the latest one is okay. Let us put only one. Just remove this part. Okay, let's take it out. Okay, these are the three things you need to install: Eclipse, JDK, and Selenium standalone server. So coming to the course, everybody please mute yourself. Okay, I will mute yourself. Okay, so don't unmute until unless I told you to unmute it. Okay. Okay, let us look at this, the first class for you, class 1. Okay, what is automation and benefits of automation? List of automation tools in market, list of tools which we will use in this course, Selenium benefits and limitations of Selenium, outcome of this course, Java introduction and installation, variable and data types and operators. So look at this scenario here. Coming to the manual testing, we know that everything you done by the human efforts. That's what we learned from the manual testing, right? So right now, what I want to say here is that you see this usual scenario in the hotels or there are so many places you see in the centers, the big malls. You will see that a person who stands here, and he operates a door and he closes the door, right? He is the person responsible for opening and closing the door by manually, correct? So right now, the current scenario, right now, if you look at the current scenario, it is called a manual testing example. The next one is called automation. You see this example here. The person who is entering, there is no person there. It's automatical. The doors are open and closed by itself. That is called a photoelectric sensors. That is also known as a photoelectric effect. How it recognizes you? The moment when you stands at that particular point of a door, your image will reflect it towards the photo metal strip. It recognizes you, the image, and it opens the door automatically by itself. That is called a photoelectric effect. Okay, so the moment you are just away from that particular point, the image is away from the door, so the door will close by itself. Okay, so this is the best example for automation, day-to-day life. Now look at this right now. There are so many gadgets you can use any appliances at your home by a gadgets, by it's like a smart it's a smart tablet, okay, or a smartphone also. Even you can operate a light, you can operate your CC camera, and you can operate your AC. What else? What are the appliances in your home? You can operate whatever you want. Okay, this is the smart gadget. You can operate whatever you want. So it is a process of converting a manual effort into an automation task. In test automation, by using a special software tools to control the execution of a tests and the comparison of actual outputs into the predicted outputs. Sorry. Next, benefits of automation testing. Machines are faster than humans. Everybody knows about it. The next one is that reliability. It is always provides the correct results, right? If you do 1,000 times also, the result should be perfect. For humans, your capability will goes down if you do 1,000 times, right? Look at this. The third point is consistency. The reliability and consistency looks the similar values, but there is some difference between these two. The consistency talks about test will run consistently manner even in the 1,000 times also. See, if you say for a manual testing, if you ask the person to test manually for 50 or 60 or 70th time, his the ability is goes down, right? The performance goes down. Okay, leave it about 1,000 times. Even if 60 or 70 times the performance goes down. If I'm talking about the the tool or a machine can run 10,000 times also, it gives the same result as it is without any error, right? That is the greatness of automation tool. So reusability, we can use the same script for multiple environment. We'll talk about that. Repeatability, same test can be executed multiple times with a different set of data. Manual effort, saying we can save manual effort time, which we can use in more productive manner. What do you mean by that? See, if you want to write a thousands of test cases, okay, and that should be converted to test scripts that can be automated by using a tool. Okay, we have different tools in the market right now. We will discuss about that also. Even for manual effort saving, you can save the manual effort by using automation, right? List of tools what we have in this market is right now the booming tool, okay, that is Selenium. Okay, that is open source. It's not a commercial tool. Everybody can use it as free. That's why we call it open source. There is another tool which is what are the tools right now in the market? Only automation tools. Okay, the first one is Selenium. The second one is Sahi. The third one is a QTP. The fourth one is Telric. The fifth one is Water. Next, PyAuto, Auto IT, and hotkeys, and many more. There are so many n number of tools are available in the market right now. Why only Selenium? That is a question here. Okay, why only we use a Selenium to automate a tool? A Selenium is a third-party vendor which can run on the top of the Java. Okay, so Java, with the help of a Java, Selenium will work. I will show you what are the Selenium supported languages also even. Okay, these are the list of tools right now the market is going to use. Okay, so out of that, the first one goes to a Selenium. So we are into a step into a platform to learn about more about Selenium right now. Tools which we will cover: Java, we will cover a Java, Selenium, TestNG, Apache POI, Apache Maven, SQL, Auto IT, and Jenkins. These are the tools. These are the tools we will cover in this class. Next one is that benefits, Selenium benefits. Basically, already we discussed about its open source, cross-platform, cross-browser support, remote execution, parallel execution, integration with the multiple tools, and many more. That is the benefits of the Selenium. Okay, we will discuss one by one when we start the class. Next, people will ask you in the interview questions, most of the people will ask you these interview questions stating that, what are the limitations of Selenium? Means the drawbacks of the Selenium. Look at that. Cannot automate Windows application. This is the first drawback of the Selenium. Cannot automate the Windows application. Selenium cannot automate that. Okay. Selenium will automate only web applications. Only web applications. Next, we cannot read images by using a Selenium. This is another drawback. Barcode, graphs, pie charts, OTP cannot be automated. Okay. You know, you heard about this OTP pin in your banks, right? In India, OTP pin. Okay. So whenever you pay in that using a credit card or online in India, so you see you will get a OTP pin to your mobile or email ID stating that enter your OTP. So you'll get some message from the credit card department and you are going into the OTP. So this also cannot be automated by Selenium. These are the drawbacks of the Selenium. Okay, cannot read the barcodes, graphs, pie charts, OTP cannot be automated. Now we can use Selenium for functional testing, smoke testing scenario, a regression test, end-to-end scenario. See, you can listen my class again and again. The moment when the recording session is complete, I will send you a recording session to you guys, so you can listen one more time what I'm going to explain you there. N number of times you can listen. That's why I'm recording this session. So whatever you have at doubts, you can ask in this session at any point of time. Okay, you can stop me at any point of time and you can ask any query you have. So input from your side. So You need to be practice more. What I explained here, you need to be practice more. The second one is that I will give some assignments to you to do that. So time for exploring other topics as well also. Okay. Next, coming to this, after this course, you can automate any web application using a Selenium. That's sure, that guarantee I will give you. You can automate Windows based application partially. You will be able to design a stuff like a Selenium test automation framework also. Even if you are looking for a job change, then you will be able to answer the questions right now. Okay, your questions, job change means if some people are planning to go for manual to automation, is the time right now. Okay, setting the stages, how to set the stages, set the stage, set up the Java, Eclipse, primitive data types and string operators, decision statements, loops and all these things. I already send it through my uh, it is already there in my YouTube right now. You can check it out, how to install Java and Eclipse, all this stuff, and already send it to you in the WhatsApp also even. So look at the Java programming language right now. Before starting a Selenium, I always introduce a Java programming language to learn, because I am writing a code with the help of a Java. So Java is an OOPS concept. We will learn more about abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. JRE, JVM, JDK, we will discuss it right now. And what is JAVAC? It's called a Java. You look at this JAVAC, it's called a Java compiler. Okay, Java, Java W, what is this? We will discuss it right now. How to download Java. Okay, I already give the information to you. And run a small simple program. Okay, this is called from CMD. No, we are not using a command prompt, just we are using Eclipse to run the program. Okay, so look at that. Java compilation and execution, how Java works here. We will go in depth of Java right now, don't worry about it. I will go very in depth of Java. Okay, so first you can see the Java source code here. That Java scores, when you write a Java source code in English, that can be transferred to the Java compiler. The compiler converts into a bytecode. Okay, the bytecode is read by the JVM. Okay, where is the JVM? JVM is inside the JRE. What is JRE? Java Runtime Environment. Okay, it is all about JVM. So JDK, first this entire container is called a JDK. This entire container is called a JDK. Inside this container there is a JRE. Inside the JRE there is called a JVM. What is JDK? What is JRE? What is JVM? We will look into that. Don't worry about it. But did you understand the flow? When you write a Java program, it should be compiled by the compiler. The compiler converts the Java code into a mission level language that is called a bytecode. People call this bytecode as a dot class file also. Okay, so let me give an example for this. How you write a Java code? Usually you write a Java code with the help of, okay, let's see this Java code here. Okay, let us open the Eclipse here. When you open the Eclipse, you will see a Java code. You will see a Java code in terms of where? You will see a Java code in terms of English, right? So can the machine can understand your English level language? This is the Java code. Okay. Can your machine can understand the English? No, it cannot understand your English, right? So what you do if you don't understand? Look at this then. So this is your Java code, which is used with the help of inheritance concept. I write a code here like this. So your machine cannot understand the Java code, right? So that is in the form of English. There is a translator called a compiler will convert into byte class, or sorry, dot class file, or we also call this as a byte code. Okay. So let me give an example to understand this. I am here. I know English. This guy know a French, and I don't know how to translate a French to him, but there is one of the translator who stands here, and he will translate me a French. Okay, sorry, he will translate me English, and he will translate him for a French. Okay, because I don't know French and he don't know English. Okay, so there is a translator here who will translate all these things. Now the translator is a Java compiler. Whenever you write a code in the form of an English, that should be converted by a Java compiler to understand the machine. So our English language directly converted to machine level language with the help of a Java compiler. Okay, that can be read by a JVM, and JVM execute the program. Next, Eclipse IDE. Let us talk about Eclipse IDE. What is an IDE stands for? Integrated Development Environment. It's called IDE. Eclipse IDE is all about. It is the most widely used open source integrated development environment for, especially for Java. How to download Eclipse? I already given all the things for you. Creating a new project, I will show you that right now. Next, data types. What are the data types we are going to discuss about in Java right now? Is byte, short, int, log, float, double, boolean, and character and string. These are called primitive data types. There are two types of data types. One is a primitive data type and non-primitive data type. I will show you that also right now. Now look at this. Type is Boolean. What is a Boolean stands for? Boolean is like a decision operator. It will say true or false. That is called a Boolean. Boolean duty is to whether true or false. That's it. How much of memory allocated in the RAM when you say Boolean, when you write in the code as a Boolean? Let me tell you, let me show you that code, then you'll understand what exactly I'm talking about. See here, int, I write a int here. Okay. So let me show you this part for you. So there is no Boolean at all here. So anyway, there is an int, you can see int here, right? Let me look at this. You see a int here, right? So let us see here, int here. When I write a int in the code, how much of memory it is allocated? Harish, how much of memory it is allocated when I write a int on the code?
32 bytes, huh?
32 bits, not a byte. Okay, you need to understand it's a bit, not a byte. One byte is nothing but 8 bits. You know about that, right? Well, look at this right now. Int. If I declare int here, automatically in the RAM there is 32 bit of memory is allocated. That's it. Okay. Let us say if I write a code called, if I write a code here as double. If I write a double, let us say double x is equal to double is nothing but all the fractional values, nothing but a double. Okay. So what happens, it allocates some memory in the RAM of 64 bit. If I say double, it allocates some memory of 64 bit in the RAM. If I use the word double. Okay. Now look at that. So Boolean means true or false. If I say char means character of a unique code. Character means A is one character, B is one character, I is one character. All the characters, it allocates 16 bit of memory in the RAM. For a byte, if I declare a byte in the code, it allocates 8 bits, short 16 bits, int 32 bits, long 64 bits, float 32 bits, double 64 bits. You see here, every type of the primitive data type, these are called primitive data types. Every type of the primitive data types will allocate a certain memory in the RAM. If you declare here, it allocates some memory for that automatically. Okay, operators. What are the operators you use in Java right now? We use assignment operators. I will tell you. When I write a simple code, I'll show you everything in that code. Okay, arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, and conditional operators. These are all the operators we are going to use in Java right now. Okay, so any doubts? Any doubts you have? I think you understand what exactly I'm talking about, right? Any doubts, please?
But bytes, whatever the bits that you're telling, it's the space that it will
That's it.
occupy.
That's it. Occupies. Correct. That's it.
And the types what you're talking is just like a code to start for some function, right? Or a
Correct.
program.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Any other doubts for anyone, please? Please ask me the doubts. Our session is not, keep on telling and you keep on listening. I'm not lecturer here, just I'm a supporter. I mean, I act uh, like a good commutator between you and the Java program. Okay. So you can ask me the doubts, whatever you have. So don't hesitate. Don't feel any shy or okay, it's up to you that you need to ask all the questions. Okay, so coming to the point here, so I want to introduce more about Java here right now. Look at these and I want to go for okay. Yeah, perfect. This is what I want to show to you. Okay, and perfect. Now look at this. this is how I want to show you these data types, more about data types. See here, look at this right now. Byte as a minimum value it stores is -28 to maximum value 127. Short, if you look at the short here, it will store -32782, the maximum 32767. Int, int is something like a telephone number. It takes the minimum number and the maximum number of this much, okay, and you know that it allocated this much of memory. And long, the minimum value of a long is this much, and you need to understand for int, you need to understand that for an int, how much of memory you need to allocate. Let me give an example to understand this. See here, just remember this: the maximum value, the positive value, 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 10, 10 numbers, right? If I use 11th number, it won't take. Let me look at that. So jet value, I'm giving a value of a jet as, let me give my telephone number, 647685779. Okay, so it is taking up to there. If I say 9, see, it is crying. What it is telling, just look at the here. Literal 6 of the type, okay, all the number of a type int is out of the range. You got it? Did you understand that? It is telling that this is too long to hold the int. That 32-bit memory is unable to hold this much of number. Clear? So if I take out this, then it takes. See, the error is gone. In the Java, the error can be allocated by using the red color mark here. If you know what is that error, you need to just keep the Eclipse will take care of everything. That is the beauty of an Eclipse IDE. Okay, it will take care of everything. It shows the red color barcode, a red color line on the down of the number or anything. If you say here as n should be taken out. If you take n out, oh, okay, look at that. If you take this any value here, so it will see here there is a red color one. It is showing. Then if you put there, it will say the method addition int is undefined for the type my calculation. I'm not, the Java is, the Eclipse is combined with the Java, and Eclipse is telling to me that Mr. I cannot understand what exactly you are talking about. The addition, I did not find anything. That's what it replies me back. Okay, the machine will take care of everything. So for a int, I need to give only just a value of just how many numbers it is, 3, 3, 6, and 3, 9. Okay, so if I give the 9 numbers, the maximum range it takes up to the maximum range. It takes already maximum range. If you give one extra also, it is telling that it is my out of range. I cannot hold this. Okay, that's what the error thrown by the. I think you understand this. Even for the boolean, let us look at the boolean here. If I say a boolean, okay, what is a boolean? Boolean is a true or false, right? Let me say a boolean. Boolean. A is equal to 1. Okay, so what is a boolean? I told you the boolean status is always a true or false, right? So put it here. It says that type mismatch cannot convert from into a boolean. It is telling that this is not a boolean. So let us take it this then, true. So let us look at that. It is saying true cannot be resolved to a variable. Okay, I cannot resolve into the variable. Like take it that then. So it is what it is telling, you know. See what it is telling, you know. 1 minute. It's not assigning anything. See, boolean cannot be explained like this. That's what it is telling. That's what it will tell also even. So how can the boolean can be explained? I will show a simple program to show how exactly the boolean can be identified. Okay. Okay. Now let us go for a double. Let us go for a double. Okay. If I say double, if I say double here, put the double value as an assignment operator here. Okay. Sorry. So put as is equal to 1 point. Okay. Put the semicolon there. It takes. So let us look at the. Look at that. So we are talking. Okay, look at this. So boolean is only for true or false, and double it is to see how much of value the boolean can take. Oh my god, 1.7. After 1 point, you can keep on going to India like this. Okay, 62-bit up to there. So boolean can take up to so many values. You can give 1.3345556 whatever. Okay, it's more than calculator. Okay, so coming to the short, let me explain for the what.
No, that's double, right? Boolean is like true only.
Oh, I'm telling you about a double. For a double, after 1 point, you can give so many values. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, see here.
Okay.
After 1 point, you can give so many values. Yes, give so many values. How much you want? So
Okay.
let us see how much we can give. Let's try.
Yeah.
Let us try how much it. Oh, still it is taking. Oh my god. Maybe it's an exponential fail or what? It's taking so much of value. After 1 point, it can take so many values. Okay, well, that's the greatness of a double. For a boolean, if it is a boolean, just a true or false. That's it. Let me go for a short then. Short. So you know the short a is equal to, let's say short a is equal to, for a short values, let me go for a short values here. Look at the short values here. 32767, only 5 digits it can take. Okay, let's go for 6 digit. But it going to throw an error. Let me check it out. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, again trying. Fifth value only taken. Sixth value. Okay, still okay. Let us put a semicolon. Then it can not show anything. Okay. Now yes, taking, not taking. See here. Put it here. Type mismatch cannot convert from a int to a short. So it is telling maybe you are giving a int value. I cannot do that. Short value, I can take it. That's what it is telling. Okay. So all these values are limited. I show you the minimum and maximum also. I think you understand that. Okay. Next, coming to the next point. So I already discussed about the operators, right? Logical operators, exclamation mark, arithmetic operators, and also you remember these operators. I will send you the things to your mail. Don't worry about it. Whatever I discussed here, everything it is in your mail. I will send it to you after the class. The recording session I will send you. There, these things what we discussed, the PPT presentation, whatnot, everything I will send you. Just you should focus. That's it. I want your focus. Okay. Now look at the Java keywords here. What are the keywords we use for a Java right now as abstract, boolean, break, byte, case, catch, char, class, constant, continue, default, do, double, else, extends, final, finally, float, for, go to, if, implements, import, instance of, int, interface, long, native, new, packages here. Packages, please understand this, packages, private, okay, protected, public, return, short, throws, transit, try, void. See, this is very important. Another keyword, void. Okay, volatile and while. Go to
Void.
yeah, void. Void we will use so frequently in Java. First program we use a void, and the loop, for the loop programs we will use for a while, for loop, if loop, switch. For the loop conditions we will use that. Okay, see the for loop here, go to here, while here, and what else? For loop conditions, switch. Where is the switch? Okay. So these are the main keywords we are going to use in Java. Goto is not allowed in Java, but it's a still reserved. Okay. Null, true, and false are literals with a special meanings. Okay, it has some meaning about that. Okay. Next, look at this right now. Precisely explain about. I already explained about data types like byte, short, int, long, double, character, boolean. Okay. I want to give more information about the data types in Java. There are the data types are divided into two categories. One is a primitive data type. The next one is a non-primitive data type. Okay, coming to the primitive data type, again the primitive data types are categorized into two types. One is a numeric, the next one is non-numeric data types. In a numeric data type, again it categorizes into two types, integer type and floating point type. For integer type, you need to byte, short, int, long, and floating point, double and float. And non-numeric data types are character and boolean. And this is all about primitive data types. Coming to the second part of the non-primitive data types, strings, arrays, user-defined classes are known as a non-primitive data types. Okay, I think you understand this also. But you need to understand only one thing. Just remember 1, 2, 3, all the eight values. What is that? Byte, short, double, float, long, int, character, and boolean. That's it. And coming to non-primitive data types, just remember strings. You know, we'll talk about a string. String is a class in Java. Arrays, okay, user-defined classes, and all these things we will discuss right now. So, okay. So this also we discussed now. See the definition of primitive data. What is a primitive data type? So you just understand only one this line. This line, that's enough. Rest of the things you need to read by yourself. Each value stored in memory is associated with a particular data type. Okay, you understand this? Like int will store 32 bit, boolean will store only 1 bit, and int will store 32 bits, and double will store 64 bit. Okay, every primitive data type like a byte, a int, a short, all these things has some memory location. That's what the line indicates. Okay, rest of things you can go ahead with that. The following reserved words, you can see that. Well, I think I covered everything. So yes, I covered everything. So coming to the simple Java program right now. Sorry. Okay. Asking me to click here. Well, now coming to the first Java program. Before starting a Java program, I think everybody got an idea, right? So coming to the first Java program, let me use my notepad to explain you this. Just I am writing a first Java program. First, before writing a Java program, you need to understand this hierarchy right now. What is that hierarchy? Let me tell you the hierarchy. You need to understand it. So let me explain you this also. Then we can go ahead with the things. Okay. Let me go with this to you. Like let me introduce about Selenium, and we will go for first Java program. Okay. So let's go here, and my first class is this. Look at that. So let us discuss about a Selenium right now. Say thanks to this person. His name is Jason Huggins. Jason Huggins, which is the person who is responsible to develop a Selenium program in 2004. He is the person. He is responsible to develop a Selenium in 2004 in the ThoughtWorks. He belongs to a ThoughtWorks University, and he is the person who is responsible for Selenium. The next one is that Selenium supports. Look at the Selenium right now. Selenium supports. What is the difference between a QTP? I told you there are so many tools. Sahi, QTP, the n number of tools are there, right? Or to automate the browser. Why we are using Selenium? Only Selenium. Because if you use a QTP, the QTP will support only one browser, that is a Chrome browser. It supports only one Chrome browser. It never supports all these browsers. But Selenium, that too, QTP is a commercial tool. Selenium is an open source. It can support all the browsers, okay? But QTP will support only the Google Chrome. That's it. So Selenium supports Internet Explorer, we call IE browser. Gecko driver, we call Gecko driver in the terminology of a Firefox. So we call a Mozilla Firefox. This driver is called Gecko driver, and this is called Opera browser and Safari. Selenium support all the type of browsers. Next, coming to this particular point, let me off this. Okay. Coming to this point, see here. Okay. Let me introduce more about this right now. Selenium is not a single tool. Selenium is a combination of 4 tools. What is the 4 tools the Selenium is made up of? Okay. 1 minute. You can see this. The next clip. Okay. Look at this. Okay. Let me talk about this right now. What is the purpose of Selenium? Selenium is used for web-based automated testing. Okay. Next, Selenium is open source. Selenium is a using a Selenium you can do multiple frameworks. Using a Selenium you can do multiple programming. You can interact with the multiple programming languages. You can operate with the multiple browsers, multiple operating systems. These 3 are very, very important. Multiple operating systems like Linux, Unix, what else? Everything, all the operating systems you can use the Selenium, and multiple browsers. It communicates with the multiple browsers. It can communicate with the multiple languages and technologies. Now, coming to the Selenium package, in the Selenium package, Selenium is not a single tool like a QTP. Selenium is a combination of 4 tools. And there is another fifth tool introduced for Selenium that also I will explain right now. Selenium package contains Selenium WebDriver is one tool, Selenium RC remote control, Selenium IDE integrated development environment, and Selenium Grid. There are 4 tools combination of Selenium. We already discussed that Selenium was developed by Jason Huggins in 2004 and 2008 and mid of 2009 or 2008 between Selenium WebDriver. I remember Selenium 2008. Selenium WebDriver was introduced. Okay, this is developed by Jason Huggins, who developed this Selenium RC. There is another developer, and for WebDriver is developed by another person. Selenium Grid is developed by another person. Selenium ID is developed by another person. Okay, how many people developed this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total of 5 people developed that. We will discuss about them also even. Okay, we need to honor them because of those people. We are right now discussing about a Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so Selenium RC enhanced version is a Selenium WebDriver. So Selenium IDE is for, I will tell you what is Selenium IDE is, what is the purpose of Selenium IDE and what is the purpose of Selenium Grid also I will explain. Look at this right now. If you look at this, Selenium Suite is a combination of 4 components, and a 5th component is nothing but Selenium APM tool, which is only for, not for web application, it is only for mobile testing. Okay, we will introduce that also. So we have only 4 we listen. There is another one called Selenium APM. APM tool is only for mobile applications. Okay, this is for web applications. Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Okay, later on in 2008, Selenium RC and Selenium WebDriver, they merged together and form and say Selenium 2. Okay, now we are calling, now in the industry in GTA, especially in Canada, we are using a Selenium WebDriver to develop the code. Okay, so next one, coming to the symbol of a Selenium. The symbol of a Selenium looks like this. It's a symbol for a Selenium.
Anil, question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So all the tools that you're talking, like Selenium, web drivers, and the testing.
Okay.
So they, I know you told that they're compatible in all the browsers. So they're just doing the web-based application test, right? Not anything
No.
as
of now, no. Only web-based. Only web-based.
Only web-based. Okay.
No, that's what we discussed in the limitations, right? Did you remember the limitation? We discussed everything. The limitations of Selenium. Okay. So that time you went out or what?
No, I was there probably.
Okay. Well, okay. Coming to the, I think you clear my question, right? Just wait for another 5 minutes. I will explain this, and you can ask whatever you want. Okay. Components for Selenium. So what is the purpose of Selenium RC? What is the purpose of Selenium IDE, Grid, and WebDriver? Selenium IDE is for record and play. That's it. Okay. It will support only the Mozilla Firefox. Next, coming to the Selenium Grid. Okay. Selenium Grid. It runs parallel test cases on multiple machines and browsers. That is the greatness of Selenium Grid. Coming to the Selenium Remote Control, it's a old version. An enhanced version is Selenium WebDriver. The new version of a Selenium supports multiple browsers. Okay, we will discuss about that right now. Look at this. See here. That's what I'm telling you about, right? Selenium tool can support all of this. What do you mean by all of this? It can support multiple operating systems like a Mac operating system, Linux operating system, Microsoft operating system, and iOS. All these things, if we're coming to the platform, it supports all the platform. Coming to the browsers, it supports all the browsers. Coming to the languages, you can develop a Selenium code using any one of these language. Python, Node.js means JavaScript, Ruby, .NET, PHP, Java. Using these languages, Selenium support minimum 7 languages. Minimum 7 languages. 3, 6. What is the other language then? It's a Perl. Perl, it is not written here. Perl also it will support. Okay, there are some issues with the Selenium right now with the Perl language. Okay, maybe they are taken out. You can see this, but confidently I will tell you Selenium support with Java perfectly. Okay, now the industry there is another language that is nothing but C#. It supports C# also. Selenium supports C# also. There are some questions coming up. There are some students are asking, will the Selenium support C language? No. C++? No. Other than C and C++, it supports all the languages. Here it is not written C# and Perl. It is not written here, but it supports C# and it is written Perl. Some of the companies in GTA, they're asking, you need to write a code with the help of a C# rather than Java. There are some companies, they're asking that. But most of the 90% of the companies I come to know that only they're asking about Java code to run the Selenium automation. Okay, to write the code on a Selenium, they're asking only Java. So better learn the Java. Okay. Next one, coming to the Selenium, what the Selenium can do. Selenium is a core functional testing. Selenium used as a GUI, graphical user interface testing, database testing, usability testing, regression testing, sanity testing, cross-browser testing, E2E testing, and business process testing. These are the ways the Selenium can do for you. Okay. Next one is that look at this hierarchy here. The beautiful of this hierarchy. Now let us talk about this Selenium here. I am talking about a Selenium. Selenium, we have Selenium RC remote control. We have a couple of tools, right? Like it's a suite of tools. One is Selenium has Selenium remote control. Okay, Selenium grid. Next, Selenium WebDriver. And what is the next one? Selenium IDE. Okay. Now coming to the Selenium. Selenium was developed in 2004 by Jason Huggins in ThoughtWorks. Okay. There is another person who developed a Selenium WebDriver. His name is Simon Stewart. I already discussed about it. There are 5 people who are responsible for this. Okay. His name is Simon Stewart. He is responsible for WebDriver. He is the person who developed the Selenium WebDriver. Still, we need to tell thanks to Simon Stewart because we are using a Selenium WebDriver in our cases. This Selenium WebDriver will support all these browsers: Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, HTML Unit, Opera, Safari, Android. Next, coming to the Simon Stewart developed this Selenium WebDriver in the year of 2008. That's what we already discussed. Next, Selenium Grid was developed by Patrick Lightbody. Okay, he is the person who is responsible to develop the Selenium Grid. But do you understand that Selenium is developed only one guy? The remaining tools, the remaining tools were developed by different people. Okay, and they all merge together and they put into the Selenium. Selenium has a suite of tools. Selenium has a suite of tools. Okay, Selenium Grid was developed by Patrick Lightbody, and Selenium IDE was developed by Shiana Kasanti is from Japan. Okay, he is a person who is responsible for that, and Firebug and Firepath was discovered by Perry Tholl and next Joy. All these people are responsible for developing this. Okay, let us see them. How we do that? Okay, one. I think you understand these and look at individually how. Let us say who developed this Selenium. Already we discussed about it. Who is responsible for Selenium Grid? I am talking about Patrick Lightbody. He is the person who is responsible for Selenium Grid. Okay, and what is this grid will do for you? Selenium Grid. What the Patrick Lightbody is talking about? Selenium has a test. It has a hub. Okay, the hub is combination of a node. Let us say there are n number of nodes. Each and node can operate by a drivers like this. Okay, Selenium Grid allows you to run your tests on a different machines against a different browsers in parallelly. Okay, you can run your test scripts in multiple browsers in a single stretch like that. Okay, like you can run your scripts on Internet Explorer. You can run. Let me give an example to understand this. A WebDriver, using a WebDriver, you can run using a WebDriver. You can run one stretch only in one browser. But using a Selenium Grid, you can run test script into multiple browsers. You can run in Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Google Chrome in a single stretch. Okay, like so individually, every time individually using a Selenium WebDriver, individually you have to using a Selenium WebDriver, individually you have to run only one at a time. Only one at a time. You can run the browser one at a time. But using a Selenium Grid, the beauty of a Selenium Grid is that using a n number of browsers parallelly, you can execute the scripts. Okay. Let us say for Selenium WebDriver takes 1 hour to execute a program or execute the program in the Chrome browser, like 1 hour. After next 1 hour, Internet Explorer. After next 1 hour, Opera. And next 1 hour, Safari. Okay, there are 4 browsers, total 4 hours. But using a Selenium Grid in 1 hour, you can run all the test scripts in all the browsers in all the 4 browsers in one stretch. That is the greatness of a Selenium Grid. I think you understand what is the greatness of Selenium Grid. Okay, so Patrick Lightbody, he's the person who is responsible. That's what we discussed. The next one is that Selenium IDE. That's what I told you. Shiana, he is from a Japanese guy. He is a person who is responsible for Selenium IDE. This is the first introduced IDE. Okay. The next person is for Selenium remote control. Okay. Paul Hammett. He's a person. He's also from ThoughtWorks. Okay. Paul Hammett is a principal consultant at ThoughtWorks. He's also from ThoughtWorks, like a Jason Huggins. Okay. He's a person who is responsible for Selenium remote control. So coming to the WebDriver, see, he's a person, Simon Stewart. He's a person who is responsible for Selenium WebDriver. At least we have to know who is the person, right? So that's what I want to show you that. Okay. So look at the Selenium here. So only if I'm talking about only over the WebDriver, okay, right now my course gives you only WebDriver. That's it. Only one component. That's enough. Your industry is asking only WebDrivers. Okay. Any Selenium WebDriver. So Selenium WebDriver. So you know that Selenium is made up of a suite of 5 components. Among 5 components, IDE is out of the game, out of the box, and RC is extended version Selenium WebDriver. So you have to learn Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid. That's it. That's it. So strictly speaking, we need to learn only Selenium WebDriver. That's enough. Okay. Selenium Grid, nobody's asking that right now in GTA. Maybe it is asking the United States out. Well, Selenium WebDriver will support Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, okay, HTML unit, Internet Explorer, all these browsers, the Selenium we discussed already. Next, coming to the Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver supports a web testing, handling navigations, handles Ajax calls, handles alerts, drop-downs, implements, listeners, handles switchings between the windows. Everything is Selenium WebDriver. I'm talking about only about a WebDriver. Okay, so coming to the Selenium WebDriver, how it works, I will show you the example. So whatever the code you write, whether you write a code in Java, whether you write a code in .NET, whether you write a code in Python, etc., whatever the language is used, okay, so using that code, it automates the browser. It automates the browser. Okay, it sends the, you look at this, it sends the request to the browser. The browser will send the request to the server. Server will respond again to the browser, and the browser will open up. Okay, that is how it will works. Next, coming to this, that's what I'm talking about. Before writing a Selenium WebDriver program, I told you that whatever the program you want to write in that program, it sends the commands to the server. Which server it sends the commands? You write a program, let us say you write a program on Java. It sends the commands to the Selenium WebDriver API. Okay, from that Selenium WebDriver API, it communicates with the remote WebDriver, nothing but a browser. Okay, using the protocols called JSON HTTP RESTful services. They'll ask you this question also in interview. You have any idea about JSON HTTP prototype or protocols? Okay, they'll ask you this question also. We will discuss everything in our class right now. Okay, this is all about. Okay, let me discuss more about this here. Look at this Selenium WebDriver architecture. Look at the Selenium WebDriver architecture. So languages, any language, I told you about C# here, C# language, or a PHP language, or Java language. The industries are using right now any one of these language. Most popularly used language is Java. Okay, next one is C#, the next one is PHP. Okay, so let us say I'm teaching you only Java. Okay, at least Java takes 3 months to understand. Okay, if it is PHP, it takes 2 months to understand. If it is C#, maybe 1 month or 1.5 months, I don't know. But Java is a vast, and Java is an excellent technology to communicate with the Selenium web drivers. So let us look at the Java. Let me write a Java code, okay, to communicate with the server. So if you communicate with the server, there is a prototype, right? JSON API. There is a JSON API which can communicate to the web drivers. If you write a code, can you run it? Let me show you an example to understand this more. Okay, I written a code like this, a Selenium code to operate a. It is asking this is a code of a to open the browser. That example I'm showing here to you. Okay, just 1 minute. Sorry, it's a call for me. Okay, well, now Coming to the Selenium WebDriver, okay. So just I'm showing this as an example. Look at this. Is asking that create an interface of WebDriver. Just I'm creating the WebDriver interface. Create a Chrome driver. Okay. Okay. Create the interface for this also. Okay. Finish. Perfect. So okay. The mistake here is that import org, all this stuff. Okay, I'll write the code for you. Leave it about this. Okay, I'll write a code for you. Then you'll understand that what I'm going to explain you right now. I will write a code. Okay, let me complete this. So we are in which part? Okay. So okay, look at this. Okay, look at that. So yeah, coming to the, yeah, I think you understand all the Selenium parts here, WebDriver, everything, you understand it. So yeah, look at this. Let me explain one more time. So Java can be communicated with the JSON API. Through that, it can be communicated with the browser. I'll write a code and then I'll explain that to you also. So next one is that, look at that nicely. That's what I'm telling. It's more about, this is enhanced version of this. I mean, both looks the same. So you can write a code with the help of a C#. You can write a Java, Python, Ruby, others, any other language. You can write a Selenium WebDriver code. Okay, whenever you write a code, it interacts with the, what it interacts with. It interacts with the server, right? Is a server here. It interacts with the server through API calls. Through API calls, it interacts with another browser. Okay, so I'm writing a Java code. With the help of a Java code, I am interacting with the Chrome browser, or I can interact with the IE browser. I can interact with the Firefox browser. I can interact with the HTML unit. I can interact with the others. What else? I can interact with any other thing. Whenever I'm interacting with the IE browser, let me interact with the Chrome browser right now. Using a Java code, I will interact with the Chrome browser with the help of a Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Whenever you write, it sends the API calls to the server. The server gives a request to the Chrome browser, and Chrome browser will respond to the request of API. What is an API? Application Programming Interface, and it gives a response to the Java. That's how it works. Okay. Now let me see this example, how the Java program will communicate with the Chrome browser. Okay. So this is a Java program I written. Okay, this is a Java program. Using this program, I will interact with the Chrome browser. Okay, let me write the program for you. Okay, let me take it out all these things. Let me create a class for you. I will write a new program for you, and I will see how it is going to communicate. Oh, I now I understand. It is why it is not operating. I will tell you why it is not operating. But that, okay, there is no standalone server here. Okay. So before explaining this, I'll explain. Give me a couple of minutes, around 5 to 10 minutes. I'll explain this. Okay, with the help of the program. Before that, let me write some hello world programs in Java, and we will go ahead with that. Okay. So remember that I'll explain that. Okay. Now first I need to write a Java program. First I need to understand a Java program. Then I need to write with the help of a Java program, I need to write a Selenium WebDriver program to communicate with the browser. Okay. Now let me write a Java program, because if you see this here, where is that? Okay. 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 So first I need to write a Java. Java will communicate with the server. The server will communicate with the browser. Okay. First, writing a Java program, you should remember the 5 things on your mind. Okay. The first thing is that before writing a Java program, you need to create a project. Okay. Next, you need to create. So project should have its name, right? So project should have its name. What is the name of the project? Let me say my project name is. Let me say my project name is banking project. Okay, my project is a banking. And my name of the project is banking. Next package. Next package. Name of my package is, okay. Name of my package. What is the name of? I can read com dot. Okay, Anil dot Selenium. Okay, this is my name of my package. Why you write com.anil.selenium? Why don't you write anil only? Yes, you can write. Why I write like that, I will show you 1 minute. Give me everything, you can ask me explanation. Okay, yeah, you are free to ask anything. Irritate me. If you irritate me, you will get a subject. That's true. Okay, so first is project, the next one is a package, the third one is a class. Class should have a class name. Okay, project name is banking, package name is com.anil.selenium, and the class name, what is a class name? You can give any class name. Okay, let me say my first program is my class name. Okay, you can say my first program, my first program, first prog is my first program, is my class name. Next, method. So class should have a class body. What is a class should have? Class body. Open, and class body starts with a curly braces and ends with a curly. Now class body starts, class body ends. Okay, inside the class, method will be there. Method. Okay, so what is the name of the method? My method name is main method. Okay, that's how the main method is recognized. So open and close. Okay, so whenever you write a class, in Java, you should have a open and a close. Whenever you write a method, open and close. Remember, for a method and for a class should have a body. Class should have a class body. Method should have a method body. Next, method is always inside the class. And what is my method name? My method name is main method. Okay. So there is another concept called object. Object does not have any method body. Object has its own name called syntax. How can you create a object? Okay, we will discuss more about that. I think you understand up to here, right? So what exactly happens, let me show you what exactly happens here. So take it as paint here. So right now what I'm doing here is that, so look at this. There is a container like this. Inside this container, there is another container. Or you say container or folder. Let us say folder or a container. Folder. Okay. Inside this, there is another container, or you say folder. I say container, you say folder. Okay. 3. And next one, there is another container inside this. This is called a baby container. Okay. Now look at this. What is the first container name? The biggest container. My container name is a project. Okay. I will write this. I'll take this as copy here. Okay. My project name I'll write here. Okay. So this is the project. My project name is banking. So perfect. So next container. What is the next container? It's a package. So package here. My package name is com.anil.java. So next one is a class. My class name is my first program. I will show you how exactly the folders will create inside one of the other. Paint. Okay. Okay, you can write as, okay, class. Inside the class, you will see a method. The method name is main. My method name is main. What is the last baby container? Object is the baby container. This is a baby container here. So I think you understand this, right? This is a baby container right now. So let me stretch this up to here. Okay. Okay, well, see here. For inside the project, package is there. Inside the package, class is there. Inside the class, method is there. Inside the method, object is there. I will ask you this question every time. what is there inside the project? You need to tell package, inside the package class, inside the class method, inside the method object. Remember how to remember that, simplest way to remember is simplest way PP, okay, CM, chief minister, and O, okay, O stands for object, okay. First remember, first it will come always PP. P means project. First one is P means project. Second one P is package. CM means class. M means method, O object. Remember this PPCM or PPCMO. Okay, that's it. Now you can ask the doubts. Anyone wants to ask a doubt? Please go ahead. No more doubts. See what I'm talking right now. You can listen one more time because I will send you the recorded session to you. This is recording. The session is going to record right now, so you can ask whatever you want. Just go through this. Okay, I think everybody is clear with that. So let me ask a question to Anil. Anil. Yeah. Okay. So Anil, can you please tell me first what I need to create here? Let me delete this everything stuff. Take it out. Take it out. Everything is deleted out. First, what I need to create?
Okay.
First, I need to create a project, right? Next, I need to create package. Okay. Next, I need to create class. Next, I need to create method. Next, I need to create an object. Okay, remember that, please. If you want, take a snapshot and remember that. That is the easiest way. Okay. Come to this point. First, I need to create package. What is my name of a package already given? So first is project. Sorry, first is a project. And I am confusing. Okay. So what is the project name? I told you project name is banking is my project name. Next, finish. Now see here, banking is created right automatically. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us look at this. Now let us look at this. Whatever you do in the Eclipse, it can be stored. What do you mean by it can be stored? What do you mean by that? Look at that. Open the C language here. Open the C language, or you want to open the D or whatever you can open it. See, let us open the C language. Okay, and let me delete this right now. Shift delete out. It's not deleting out. Okay. Observe that. Why I'm doing that, you will understand. Wait for a moment.
Because it's open.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go for D drive and open that. It's a recovery folder. Okay. No, don't do that. Go ahead with it. Okay. Let's go for F drive. Okay. Let me see the F drive here. So look at this. Click the Eclipse. Eclipse will ask you, can I create a folder for you? It is asking, can I create a create a folder for you? I'm telling yes, create a folder for me. Just I will give a path to create a folder for that. So I want F. I'm asking Eclipse to create a folders. Okay. Name that as Selenium program. So named something else. Anil Selenium. Okay, name as Anil Selenium programs. Okay, programs. That is a PROG. Programs. Okay. See, look at this. How many folders are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folders are there. No, automatically if I say OK, it creates another folder with the name Anil Selenium program. Look at that. See, Eclipse will do everything for you. Whatever I write a program, it automatically save in this folder. I will show it. Just say OK. Look at this here. Below the software testing, you will see there is another folder will create Anil Selenium program. Look at that. See here, running. See, Anil Selenium program automatically created, right? Okay. Now it opens like this. Just say into welcome. Just say into explore it. Go play with this IDE. Okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? Just go. I already played with that. I want you to play more. So welcome. Just close that welcome button. So you will see the screen. Okay. So file. If you see a file, first I need to create a project, right? I told you first you need to create a project. Whatever you are creating here, whatever you are creating here, it will go and store in this page. See, what is this? This I did not create, right? Automatically Eclipse will create, because to run the projects it will do everything. Clear? Okay, see here, it is going and standing here, sitting here. Sorry. So F drive, the F drive, you can see this Anil Selenium program. Okay, whatever you write in the Eclipse, it will store there automatically. Okay, now I need to create a project. Okay, what project I need to create? Java project. Click Java project there. Next, see my recording session 2 or 4 times, you'll understand it. My project name is banking. Again I'm coming from first banking. Click finish. Say yes. You created the banking, right? Let me see whether it is reflected on the folder or not. Go ahead, look at that. See, banking is created. Inside the banking, there is a source file here. Source file. See, I will show you that right now. Yes, SRC means source file. Okay, look at that. So if you look at this, click it. This is a project, right? See, source file is a source file. Okay, and see here, JRE system libraries. When you download Java, it download JRE system libraries. You see my I already sent the video clip of YouTube. You look at that, it will explain so many things about Java there. When you click the JRE, it's called JRE library. When you click that, you will see the jar files like this. If you open any one of the jar file, you will see the packages like this. That is the why I given my name as com.anil.selenium. See, these are all predefined packages in the Java. com.anil.selenium I given earlier one. Now see, these are Oracle taken the that I already given in the one of the YouTube video. You can see that. So com.oracle.net, com.oracle.nio, this is how they define the packages names. Okay, you can see the orange color packages. If you open this package, just close these packages, you see this jar. This jar is something like a container, right? This is like a container. It holds the packages in it. Okay, just click that. See the white color packages here. I told you project contains packages. See, this is a jar project. Okay, so when I open that, you will see, when you open this, you will see a packages. The package contains what the package contains. What the package contains? Any one of you? What is the package contains? Fast. What is the package contains? Open this package. Open the package. What is the package contains? Package contains class, right? Hello. Look at this. Package contain a class. Class contain a method. Method contain a object. So open any one of the class package here. See here. Package contains class. Here class. And class contain methods. Open that. Class contain methods. Here yes. What is yes? Yes is nothing but static methods. These are all static methods. What is a static method? We will discuss about that. Okay. That is how. Okay. If you are new for a programming, you may confused. Don't worry about it. Okay. You can see one more time of my video. It's very easy. So first I created. Okay. So let me create. I want to create project now. Package here, my own package. What is my package name? Right click. Go here. Right click on the banking project. It opens a new folder. Right click it. Open the new folder. Go for new. Go for pack. Click the package there. If you click the package, they'll ask you what is your package name. com.anil.selenium is my name of my package. So finish. It goes there. Now package contains class. So I need to right click on the package what I created right now, and my class name is my
first
program. Okay, now let's see. Look at this right now. If I take it this M as a small, if I write M as a small, then what happens? 1 minute. If I write M as a small there, what happens? It is giving that type name is described by a convention. Java type name usually starts with an uppercase letter. See, it is telling that please write a class name always a first letter should be a capital. Remaining, you that's up to you. That's what it's telling. Okay, remaining whatever you write remaining. If you want to write all the capital letters, write down. Only first letter should be capital. Okay, only first letter. Class name first letter should be capital. If you write my first program, okay, first prog, if I write first program, it does not matter for it. If you write small, okay, it will cry. See here, see first my first prog program, see it is telling that type name discouraged. See, don't use this first letter as a small, okay, it's a case sensitive. Okay, now I want to create a method, so you can tick here, automatically creates the method by itself. If you tick here, public static void main, finish. What is public static void main? I'll explain you, wait for a moment. So main is the method here. What is the method? Main is the method here. Now let me write a program here. So this is automatically created by Eclipse. No need to to create, it will take care of itself. Write my first program. Let me say system dot out control panel. Okay, so control you can write directly like this, sys system dot, system is a class, dot out is an object, system dot out dot println. It is the first time you are listening the program, don't worry about it. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, I'll say welcome to Canada. Okay, so this is what, let me write another one. So I don't want to type system dot out dot println. So shortcut I will tell you, sys, all small letters, all are small letters, sys sys out, out sys out, control, you double click both at the same time, control space enter, that's it, you'll get it. Okay, now here welcome to Toronto. Okay, sometimes people will ask you, how can you write a main method in the shortcut form? Simply main method, right? This is the main method, right? I told you about method. Okay, so what you do, shortcut way, don't write public static void. Okay, automatically it gives, but if you want to do control space enter, that's it, you'll get it. That is the shortcut form. Okay, so execute the program. So this is how to run the program. Run, it is asking, it convert into .java file. First, I told you it converts into .java file. Say okay. So it is not printing anything. Why it is not printing anything? Let me check it out. So, oh, see, there are error here. Please take it out. Take it out. Okay, so everything, whatever you write inside the main method. Initially, I am telling you, you never understand Java program at a single stretch. It's a programming language. You never understand single stretch. You will get a clarity after 5th class only. Okay, because our brains are the human brains. Okay, not the machine brains. It takes some time to understand everything. Click, save, okay. So it executes here. Look at that. So look at that. I print welcome to Canada, welcome to Toronto. Whatever you write here, it automatically print on the, this is called a console. It will print on the console. So for this code, this is a background. Whenever you see welcome to Canada, there is a program behind of it. Let me give an example for to understand. You see the Gardner Express. When you see that Gardner Express was delayed for 5 minutes, you see the screen boards on the top. Okay, it says that Gardner Express was delayed for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Okay, why it shows? It is a program back of that. That is the, maybe it's a program, maybe Java, maybe XYZ program, maybe whatever the program it may be. But you will see this on the screen, right? Yes or no? You will see this on the screen. You are seeing this on the screen because there is a program running on the back of that. Clear? So let me write another smallest program and we will go with the number of programs in Java today. Okay. So I think you understand it. If you want everything in a single line, what I want to do here is that you need to just add it. Just take this particular one. Okay. And take this, cut here, take out this out. I want only in single line everything. So you can say plus. Okay, so it is everything in a single line. So let us print here. Let us print that here. Right now is run the program. So you just click the button, run the program, save, okay. See here, welcome to Canada, welcome to Toronto. I want a gap. Just make a gap here, make a gap there, run the program. Welcome to Canada, welcome to Toronto. I want the next line. Welcome to Toronto should be at the next line. You want that? So make it like, okay. There is a backward slash and forward slash, you know that, right? Okay. I need to use a backward slash n. If you use a backward slash n, it will print on the next line. That line should be print on the next line. See here, look at that. Welcome to Toronto. I want this should be here, here. So make it as backward slash t. If you use a backward slash t, it will gives you one tab gap. That is the meaning of backward slash t. Just see that, see the tab gap here. If I want this also, make it as one tab gap here. Next line, one tab gap. Look at that. Clear? This is how you should play with the, if you play with the program on the screen, it will display like this. It is all about a program is something like a director, and the screen acts like a hero. Okay. Hero is always appreciated rather than the director. I don't know why. Director will play all the roles. Without director, nobody is there, right? He's the captain of the ship. Okay. He's the captain of the ship. That's why the greatness will come is due to because of a director. Okay. So what I want to say is that the program is something like a director. The program will direct everything here in the console. The console, if you do something wrong here, there is a wrong and reflected on the side of a console automatically. Okay. Okay, this is a simple program. Welcome to Java. Welcome. It's a hello world program or whatever you call this. Okay, I don't want to start with a hello world program. I want to start with an welcome to Canada. Okay, that's what I completed. Let me go for another program to understand this. Can you please ask us some questions if you have one? Yeah, questions please. Anyone wants to ask a question? Simran, would you like to ask a question?
No, sir, I'm okay.
Perfect. Okay. Who else? Who else? Harish. Harish. Okay. Anil, would you like to ask a question?
No thanks.
Perfect. See the class here. I'm creating another class. Let me say my class name is. Okay. Let me say my class name is. Let's prog. My okay. So, program. That's it. My class name is program. Now I'm creating a next program. Finish. Let me see what is this program will explain to you. You need to install the Java program and work with the programs, then come back with the doubts. Okay. I'll say double, declare double x is equal to, I say double x is equal to, what is a double can take? Double can take the values of fractional values, right? Like 2.5 or whatever. 1.5 is the value of a double. Okay. Now taken. Oh, for double, I need to say double. Okay, double. So double allocates the memory of 64-bit, the RAM. Now I say, see what happens, if I say x is equal to 1.5, this is an assignment operator. I told you in operators, right? In operators, I told you this is an assignment operator. Okay. So 1.5 will assign to the x value. Now, what is the value of x? The value of x is 1.5. If I say, what is the type of the x? Type of the x is double type. It's a double type. It's a fractional type. Int. If I say int a is equal to 10. If I say this, so this is called assignment operator. The 10 will assigns to the a. The 10. See, there is a memory allocated. So it is a is nothing but integer type. What are integers in mathematics? Minus infinity to plus infinity is called integers, right? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 or negative integers. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 are called positive integers. 0 is also an integer, correct? Let me say, let's say it's 0. Let's say 0 here. It takes, if you did not give anything to the a value, by default it's 0. Clear? If you did not assign anything the value of a, by default it's 0. So I'm assigning as 10 here. So the 10 will assigns to the a. So a is an integer type. Okay. This is the integer type. Whenever you say integer, it allocates some memory in the RAM and the 10 will sit in that memory. Okay, next. Next, write a program right now, system sys out, okay, and I will write as my result is my result is, what is my result? Okay, my result, it will always, you know that whatever you write here, you know that whatever you write here, it will display on the console, right? Okay, so my result is, let us say A here. What do you mean by my result? Which result you want? You want a integer type result, or let's say A. My result is A. Okay, and system.out.println. So let us do that. So run the program. Which result it is going to print? It is going to print a result of 10, right? See here. See the console. My result is 10. My result is 10. Okay. If you say A as X, A as X, run the program. It shows my result is 1.5. Okay. You know that wherever you keep X, automatically 1.5 will store in that. Okay. That is how it is. Okay. This is a simple program. I think you people are understand that also. Let me say another. Can I use another plus operator? I want to print both. Can I use that? Okay. Let me check it out that. So my result is, that's what it's showing. I want a space. What I need to do, use another plus operator. Put some spaces there. Okay. Put some spaces. Look at that. My result is 1.5. Okay. If you want to put comma here, let us put comma here. Okay. Run that. So my result is 1.5 comma 10. Okay. If you want lesser gap, make it lesser gap. Run that. My result is 1.5. Okay. I want my result is 1.5 and put and there. Okay. Run that. My result is 1.5 and 10. Okay. That is how it should be. Clear? Or if you want to write and, if you write and like that, you can write, make a gap if you want. My result is 1.5 and I want a gap also here. So my result is 1.5 and 10. You can play like this, play different way. You need to play it. Okay. That is the first. Okay. Let me go for the next interesting program for you. Let me go for another program. Let me create a class for that. Every program you need to create a class. Okay. Remember that. So what is a, let's say my program is second program. My program is second program. Public static void automatically creates by itself. See here. So let me type here as int. I say int a is equal to so let us say I did not give any value for it. Okay. Next I say a is equal to 10 here. You can give like this, or you can give like this also. Both one are the same. 10 here. You can give like this also. Next, say SYSOUT system.out.println. Put a here. Only a is going to print. When you keep these inverted commas, when you write some matter here, okay, I can write like this. The output result is, if you want to write like this, then put plus and a. Okay, plus a. You can put it like that. Or simply, if you don't want to write anything, I want to print only the value, just take it out everything, put it that. That's enough. Okay. Next one. Say so let us say next one is int value. Let me say same int value a is equal to 5. Okay. Int value 5. See, it is throwing an error for me. What it is throwing an error? It is telling the duplicate local variable. See, already you have created a is equal to 10, a type is 10. Again, you are creating a is equal to 5. I'm confusing. Put any other word, I can recognize that. So put B. It is telling I can put B there. Okay, B is equal to what is the value of B? B is equal to 5. Next, sys out control space enter. So put B value here. It is going to print whatever you want to print. Write down the system.out.println. You need to write that. Next, that is what I want to print. Okay, look at that then. So it is going to print 10 and 5, right? See, 10 and 5. It is going to print 10 and 5. I want to write some. I need to add some mashallah for this. Okay, so let me add that. I can write my result is. Right, plus there. Okay. I can write my second result. Sorry for that. My second result is. So put it like that and say plus B. Okay. So okay, you can write my first result here if you want. My first result is, okay, what is my first 10? Second result is 5. Okay. See here, my first result is 10, my second result is 5. This is how you need to do that. Okay. So the same way, I will show you the same way. I will show you one more thing here. If I want to add, what I need to do, next line I will tell that I want to add it. Okay. Let me add the two values here. I'll say int C is equal to A plus B. Okay. Sys out. I'm adding both the values here and put the C value there. And let me print that. 15. See here, it added and put the value as 15. Okay, I'll write here. I'll write some. See, whatever you write, it will print on console, right? Addition of two numbers. Numbers is, can print it that plus C. Okay, you can see that addition of two numbers is 15. Okay, if you want to do subtraction, you can do also. Int C is equal to A minus B. You can do that also. Okay, so it is telling int C is already exist. Make it as A, B, C, D, E. Okay, make it as E, so it can recognize that. Okay, they're all simple direct programs. Okay, so I can write difference of two numbers is right E there. I'm going to print that difference of two numbers. If I want multiplication, int F, let's say F is equal to A into B. I'll write here as product of two numbers is plus F. Okay. I'll write here sys out. I'll write end of the program. Perfect. So let us look at that. See here, everything is printed here, right? My first result is 10, my second result is 5, Addition of two numbers is 15, add it, and difference of the two numbers is 5, product of the two numbers is 50, end of the program. Okay, this is how it is. Okay, any doubts please? Any doubts please? Yeah, would I like to ask any question please? Hello?
Anil, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
You said for every class, I mean, you can create a class, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. So, is there any restriction as to how many classes you create, or for one
Only
program you
one
can create
class.
n number
Only
of
one class.
classes?
Only one class. Only one class.
So, does it mean that for every project there can be only one class?
Again, there is a topics called inheritance. There is a topics called interfaces. You will see the multiple classes there. There you will see the multiple classes. Right now, only one class. Right now, this is the basics. Okay, so you can create n number of class. There is a concept called inheritance concept. In the inheritance concept, you can create n number of class and use a word called extends. Okay, so we will discuss about that also. Don't worry. Right now, presently, only one class. Okay, in the one class. In the one class, you have a method called main method. In that method, you can derive whatever you want to derive. Whatever you want to write in the main method, it will print here. If you write outside of the main method, then what happens? The question is, if you write outside of the main method, then what happens? We will discuss about that also. Whatever you write, you should write inside the main method only. This is called a main method. This is called a main method. Whatever you write, you should write inside the main method. Don't write outside the main method. If you write outside the main method, it won't execute. Okay, up to right now. So sometimes we will write outside the main method also. Then there is a concept called object concept in coming to picture. I will explain that also. So up to here is clear for you, right? I think everybody understand this concept. Okay, let me do one thing for you. See, I want to do only, I don't want to do the operation of addition operation here. So what I need to do? Any idea? If I don't want to do any addition operation, put the comments here. See here, 2 lines. That's it becomes a dummy. It won't work. Addition won't work here right now. So here, this become dummy automatically. So what is going to print? The difference will go into print, and product will go into print, and the remaining will go in. The addition of two numbers is not going to print. Look at that then. See here. Look at that. Did you see anything addition here? No. If I want to make this is also dummy, make it as a dummy. It won't execute. If you put 2 lines on the code, it won't execute. If you want this also dummy, make it dummy. Okay. Okay. These things won't execute. Click here, click here. Perfect. Look at that. My first number is 10, my second number is 5. End of the program. That's it. It won't execute. Okay. Let me take it out then. This and this. Okay, and this and this. I don't want to print addition operator. Addition, I don't want to print. Keep it like that. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. I think you understand it. So there is no addition operator. Difference of the two numbers, product of, there is no addition of two numbers, right? Because it makes a dummy automatically. So look at the, for instead of this, can I make it like that? I will write a program with addition with a different way. What is the different way I'm talking about? I'll write a different way as like this. I'll write different way as like this right now. I'll say int. I can write like this also. Anything you can write 2 ways. A is equal to, let us say A is equal to, yeah, you cannot declare A. Okay, let me declare as H is equal to, or X is equal to, okay. X is equal to 100. Next, int Y is equal to 200. Okay, sys out. Okay, inside the brackets, write X plus Y. That's it. That is another way of addition. You will see the top one. This is one way of addition. This is another way of addition. So X plus Y, it will do the addition automatically. So I will write all this stuff here. Copy that. Put it here. Shift. Oh, sorry. No, it's not. Okay, sorry. Okay. make this as okay. So addition of two numbers is, you can do like this also. Why it is showing error here? System addition of two numbers. Everything is correct. Oh, I need to use a plus operator. Okay, so look at that. Void java.io print stream is crying. Why it is crying? Let me wait. Okay, let's look at that. Addition of two numbers is, see, it is giving some. Is that a correct value? Addition of two numbers is the correct value. 100 plus 200 is how much? 300, right? Yes or no? So look at this. Take it out and print it right now. Yes, 300. It is given as 300 here. See, it is given 300 here. X plus Y is 300. Okay, let me say X plus Y. Okay, don't need to write anything there. So that's what it is telling. Okay, let me say, can I write? Let me check one more time. Okay. Okay. So I need to put a quotation there on the top. Quotation here on the top. Then it automatically affected by this. So let me write plus here. Okay. Plus operator there. Still it is not working. Let me check it out. See, it is confusing here basically. This is a wrong value. Let me do another way. Plus, even still it's confused. Let me see. Still it is confused. So don't write anything. Just write X plus Y. That's it. That is the moral of the story of the what we discussed right now. That's it. 300. If you write here as 1000, total how many? 1100 is to print here, right? It should print here 1100. But that it prints 1100 here. That is how the programs can be run in Java. It's a simple program I am discussing about right now. If you want much programs, okay, let me go for the last program called typecasting program. What do you mean by typecasting program? Let me see that. Class, say I'm telling you a program called typecasting. Type a program called typecasting. What do you mean by typecasting? I'll explain. Wait for a moment. So I design a program here. For a typecasting, I'll write, let us say, int a is equal to again 10. Okay, next int let me say int b is equal to, oh, no need of int, let's make a double EOUPLE double is equal to 2.6. okay, semicolon. It is not taking anything value because you should give the assignment operator here. Let me give assignment of x is an assignment operator. Now it is taking. Now let's see here. Now I say what I will say, I'll say x is equal to a. Now tell me what it is going to print. Anyone? Is that correct? I'm telling that 10 will store in the A, 2.6 will store in the B. Let us see what is going to print. It is not going to print anything right now. Why? Why it is not going to print anyway? Because I need to write system.out.println, right? Okay, like that. So print X. Now it is going to print. See here, 10 will assign to the 2.6. Then what is the answer? It will come. See here, 10.0. That is the correct value. See what? There is a 2.6 in this value and there is a 10 in this value right now. This 10 replace the 2.6. Then why it should show 10.0? Because this is a Boolean type. That's why it is 10.0. Once again, I'll repeat here. A is 10. So the 10 is here right now. And X is 2.6. So it is telling that this line is telling that instead of 10, sorry, instead of 2 point, so X is, so this A will go in assign to the, see, right side value will assign to the left side value of X. So 10 will sit instead of 2.6. So So it is the value should be print 10 only here because A will sit on the, so it will remove the 2.6 and will sit A in the left side value. So 10. Then why it is 10.0? Because X is a Boolean type, right? So it is 10.0. That's the reason why. Okay. So what do you understand by this? Integer is sit in the double, right? That is the meaning of this. Integer is sit on the double. Why? Because double is a 64-bit memory allocation. X is a double, so it's 64-bit. It is 32-bit. 32-bit easily sit in 64, right? But 64 will sit in the 32. No, it never happens. Then just check it out. A is do the other way around. A is equal to X. Okay, impossible task. Why? X is a double type and A is a integer type. 64 memory. See, 64 apples. Can it fit on the 32 size of the basket? 32 apples contain a basket. Explore it, right? It will expel it. Sorry, it will fall down automatically. So same way, other way around is possible. Bigger memory can hold a smaller memory, but a smaller memory cannot hold a bigger memory, right? That's why it is called typecasting. A is equal to B. So sorry, X is equal to double is X. X is equal to, you can assign double to a integer, not integer to a double. It's perfect. This is called typecasting. Typecasting. Which is the bigger size memory allocation? Take that left side. Which is the less memory? Integer is a lesser memory, right? 32-bit operation. I show you the size of the also, in the primitive data types. In primitive data, you have seen that. So A can easily assign to the X because S is a double type. It is 64-bit operation. So click 10 point. Why it's 10.0? Because double is A. Because double, so X is a double type. So it is 10.0. I think you understand this also. Even this is called a typecasting. This is called typecasting. Fixing one memory into another memory is called typecasting. Okay, I think you understand the typecasting also. Let me go for any doubts, please. Any doubts? Any doubts, please? Okay. Tomorrow we are going with the next program. We will play with some cricket game or whatever the football game. We will play with using a program. We will play with some games tomorrow. Okay. Now today is the end of the session. Already 5 is reached. So